Good afternoon, traders. This is a live trade recap. I took 3 trades right at the market open. I'm going to show you what happened with those trades in just a moment. If you've been following these videos, you know that I've been test trading with one single share with real money, this market open mid-cap day trading plan that I wrote. The goal was to take it out to 100 trades to see whether it was profitable or not, track all the data, all the results, and that way we can figure out either it is profitable or it could be profitable with a few modifications. So we're going to be going over that very shortly, possibly on Sunday, as long as there is something to trade tomorrow, because today marks trade number 99 and we got to get to 100 before we finish this. So let's take a look at the screener first, and I'll show you how I pick the stocks. So I use my mid-cap screener for this specific plan. Always click those 3 dots, click modify. Otherwise, your filters will not be applied. Then I organize the list by volume. The screener looks very different. It's a few hours later now. I didn't have time to make the video right after the trades. And there was only a few stocks that were green and maybe 1 or 2 that were above 2%. So it didn't look anything like this. And we'll take a look at the video and you'll see what I traded this morning. So CLOV was one of the first stocks that popped up on the screener, but it was trading below the 200 MA on the daily chart, so that immediately gets rejected. RKLB looked pretty promising, and it may have given a 2-hour trade, but one of my criteria is that there must be a 200 moving average on the daily chart. Otherwise, I will not trade it because there's not enough history and the patterns may not be as reliable. So I can't trade it. And then MARA popped up as well as HUT, H-U-T. So HUT gave an entry signal, or at least a signal to look for an entry right away, much faster than MARA. So that was the stock that I went with, and that's the one that I focused on. So let's take a look at the trades. I'm just waiting for a pullback now. So you can see that it broke out above its previous session high, which was established right here in the pre-market. And then I mark out the bottom of the ABCD pattern, because if the price falls below that level, then I can't take a trade on this, because then that means that the stock is very weak. But at this point, it's looking strong, and I'm just waiting for a pullback to take an entry. So here we go. Just waiting for a 1-minute candle to make a new high. As soon as it does, so I believe it's 1092 that I need to see. So here it comes. Just a moment, 1092, and there you see I triggered my hotkeys and got filled exactly where I wanted to. The most important thing is always to move your stop loss up, at least roughly in place, just in case the price turns around quickly, reverses on you, and flushes down. Then I use my 2-hour calculator. I input my position, my stop loss price, and it spits out the profit target, so that's very convenient. If you're interested in that calculator, you can download it from patreon.com/tradingarmor. And right now I have moved my profit target in place. So now the trade is taken care of. I don't have to worry about anything. Either it's going to stop me out or hit my profit target. Now, after 99 trades, I know my first trade fails about 70% of the time. So that's part of the value of the data that I've been collecting. So I'm expecting this trade to fail. It's more likely to fail than not. And if it does, then I take the next entry. At this point, there's no reason not to take the first trade, because we're almost done with the testing strategy. It would skew the data, and the data at the end of the test would be meaningless, basically. So I need to continue to take this first trade, even though I know that it fails, up until the end of this test trading again. Otherwise, the test is meaningless. So that's why I'm doing this. And feel free to comment, to leave a comment as to why I should not have traded this, or what you told your girlfriend the night before that this stock would do. But either way, I have to trade what's in my plan, like I said. Otherwise, the data is absolutely meaningless. So that is the point of what I'm doing here. Not to make money, to collect data, to see if we can make money with this plan in the future. So let's take a look at what happened here. So as I expected, I did get stopped out of the first trade. And at that point, I can take up to 3 trades per day according to my plan. So at that point, I need to take the next entry, which is the next time a 1-minute candle makes a new high. And this trade works out about half the time, I'll say, which is plenty. That's more than enough to make this plan profitable, because my break-even win rate is 33%. So if I can win a trade about half the time, then that is going to be extremely profitable when you're trading all or nothing 2R. So that's why I continued to trade after my first trade loses. So here's my second trade. Again, it's another perfect execution or near perfect execution. I did catch a little slippage at the top. I think 1082 or 1081 was the perfect entry. Again, move that stop loss in place quickly. That is the most important thing. Excuse me. Thought I was going to sneeze there, and then my cat meowed. There he goes again. All right, so let's see. So now we're in the trade again using the 2-hour calculator. Moving that stop loss in place is essential. Then the profit target can be moved, and now the trade is taken care of. At this point, I can walk away, can go get coffee, whatever. I take my phone with me. If I hear an alert, then I know I need to come back and look for the next trade. So this trade's looking good so far. Now it's reversing, but nothing for me to do. I have my bracket order in place, so it takes care of itself. If it stops out, so be it. There we go, get stopped out. So now I have to take the third trade. So for the majority of the test trading, the third trade was the most likely to work out, but now the data's changed a little bit where the second trade is the most likely to work out, but the third trade still works out plenty often enough to be profitable. So taking the third trade, again, moving that stop loss in place. Profit target is in place. And once again, stopped out. So 2 0% days in a row. But again, this is trade number 99. I've been trading this a long time. It's profitable so far, or it has been profitable so far. We're going to go over all of that data at the end, and which should be happening very shortly. Probably tomorrow will be the last trade, and then Sunday we'll go over all the data. So here you're just seeing me adjust my stop loss on my swing trade before I end the video, because I only take 3-day trades per day. Win or lose, that's it. So the discipline is key, and the ability to follow your plan is key. Those are other skills that we're developing throughout this test trading that are essential to being a profitable trader in the long term. So even if you have a plan written down and you're not sure if it's profitable or not, believe it or not, it is more useful for you to stick to that plan and trade that plan until at least you've taken 100 trades with it and then found out it's not profitable. At that point, you've learned 2 things. One, that you can be a disciplined trader, that you can follow your plan. So if you have a plan that is profitable and you can't follow it, you're not going to be profitable. So I think the first skill that every trader needs to develop is the ability to follow their plan, whether it's profitable or not. So if you can do that, then you can move on to the next step, which is developing your plan to be profitable. So that's it. That's all I have to say on that, and we're done trading for the day. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. As always, go into every single trade with a plan and stick to it no matter what. Always take your stop losses, just as I did today. Honor your profit target, and in the long run, you should be green. Take care.